Hello and welcome to the chat room, the show where we bring the community to you. I'm KK Kaneshiro. Thank you for joining us. In 1983, the Fremont Festival of the Arts was born as a fundraiser for the Fremont Chamber of Commerce. And since then, the Fremont Chamber of Commerce has earned the title of producing the largest street fair this side of the Mississippi for 3 different reasons. One, they need 2,000 wonderful volunteers to help them produce this event year after year. 2, they bring in anywhere from 600 to 750 craft artists for your shopping pleasure. And 3, they bring in anywhere from 350,000 to 400,000 people to Fremont in 2 days, making the Fremont Festival of the Arts the premier event for the city of Fremont. It started way back when in 1983, and the first festival was held at the Fremont Hub. And since then, it has grown and improved into what we know it as today. It is not only a fundraiser for the Fremont Chamber of Commerce, but for many local nonprofits that serve this community. And joining me now is Cindy Bonior, who's the president and CEO for the Fremont Chamber of Commerce, who produces the Fremont Festival of the Arts. Cindy, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Good. Now, I think one of the top questions most people or you get asked a lot of, who's coming to play on the main stage? What's the entertainment schedule like?
Oh, we have a great entertainment lineup this year. At the main stage, we have a number of local bands starting us out. But at 2 o'clock, we have La Ventana, which is a Bay Area group, and they do a lot of Latin rock. Very popular group. And then to round out the evening, then we have Evolution, which is a Journey tribute band.
Oh.
And if you closed your eyes, you would not know the difference.
Everyone loves Journey.
Journey, yeah, they are great. So there'll be a lot of stuff going on there on Saturday. And then on Sunday, of course, we have local bands in the morning again. Gives the local talent a venue to be at and to bring their friends to and to get the exposure on a big stage. So, but at 2 p.m. we have Asia Vu, which is a Steely Dan tribute band.
Oh, that's fun.
And again, you close your eyes and you wouldn't know the difference. They're really great. So that's always a really big show. And then at 4 p.m. we have Waterloo, which is an ABBA tribute band. So for all those folks who really enjoyed Mamma Mia, they have the opportunity to come out and hear it live and in person. They're really good, very entertaining. It'll come to life on stage. So that'll be a whole lot of fun.
That is fun.
And then, of course, we have another stage.
Okay.
We have, it's called the Nightclub stage. And on Saturday, we have the Mondays, they do rock.
Okay.
Kind of classic rock and a little bit of pop rock. So they're a lot of fun. And then playing into the afternoon, we have Doghouse Riley.
Love the name.
Doghouse Riley, yeah, they're really good. But they do blues, and they're really, really good. And they've been at the festival in the past, and people really love them. Then on Sunday, another really popular Bay Area band is Times for Groove. And they, Times 4 Groove. And they are really good. They're jazz, and bring a big following with them, really popular in the Bay Area. And then to round out the afternoon would be the Bacchus Brothers, and they are, again, classical rock. So they do really good. So we have kind of jazz, rock, a little bit of pop, something for the whole family.
That's great. So can you tell us how do you choose the different musical genres for each stage? How does that work?
Well, the choice of the music is done actually by the committee that puts together the festival. But we allow local groups to submit their music, and then we go through them and decide what makes sense and what doesn't. And we try to appeal to a broad audience. So we want to make sure that we get jazz and rock and blues and pop and kind of the whole genre of music in there, so that we have the whole community can enjoy it.
That's fun.
So what we really do is look to fill the stages, especially up until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, with all local talent. Like I said, it gives them the opportunity to be on a big stage in front of a large group, gives them exposure.
And the experience.
The experience. It's a great opportunity for them. And we encourage local bands to submit their a tape or something ahead of time so that we can review it.
Okay. So since this year, 2009 Festival's musical lineup is completed, anyone that is watching this show and they would like to participate next year, can they go ahead and send you tapes now?
Yeah, absolutely. And what we do is we just put them aside, and then when we get close to start looking at those, which is around January, so we'll pull out all the tapes, CDs, DVDs, whatever it is you send us. And we review them and go through and decide what it is would make up a good mix and what is appropriate for our audience.
That's great. And what is your audience? Is it families? What demographics do you have?
Well, the standard demographics for a festival is women between the ages of like 21 and 40. But we actually embrace a whole lot more. We have families there, all kinds of families. The community, folks that graduated from high school come back to use it as a reunion. So it's like it spans the whole age range. So if you ask me at the festival, all the way from the smallest child to the grandparent. It's the whole, everything in between. It's truly a community event.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, when I was doing the show opening, I mentioned that the festival has become this humongous fundraiser for not just the chamber, but for a lot of local nonprofits. And for anyone who's not familiar with that aspect of the festival, can you explain more about that?
Sure, and actually, it is a fundraiser for the chamber, but if you look at it, the folks that who really raise the least amount of funds is the chamber, because we really use it as an opportunity to go into the community and allow them the opportunity to raise funds. And most of it's done through food booths, where they operate all the food booths within the festival. And we have about 30 food booths out there, and for over the years, 26 years now, they have been raising funds for whatever it is. They do it for medical research, for glasses for folks who can't afford it, for student scholarships. Eyeglasses. Okay. For student scholarships, for baseball teams, softball, all kinds of sports teams. So it runs the whole gamut.
Okay.
But what we're really proud about is that over the 26 years, they have raised more than $8 million.
Wow.
And all that money goes to the community organizations and then flows back through our community again.
That's
so
nice.
It really stays within the Tri-City area and actually mostly Fremont.
That's great.
So it's a great opportunity for all the folks out there who want to support these nonprofits to go out there and purchase the food and the beverage and everything from them, and it really turns into services and benefits for the community.
Okay, so if KK is selling hot dogs, I'm not selling hot dogs for KK's business, I'm selling hot dogs for the local nonprofit I'm working with.
Exactly.
Okay, and then that local nonprofit works with a commercial food vendor, right?
Sometimes they go it on their own.
Do they really?
Yeah,
wow.
They just go out to whatever store and buy the hot dogs and do it themselves. It just depends on how enterprising they want to be.
Okay. Now, how do they get to choose what food items? Or they just present to you, this is what I'm going to be cooking, this is what we're selling, or how does that work?
That's exactly how. They present it to us, and what we do is, again, we try to find a good combination. If we have all hot dog vendors out there, no one's going to make any money.
Right.
So we limit it to usually 2 of the same kind of items. We are 4.5 walking miles. So if we put a hot dog vendor at each end of the festival, then we're pretty well covered.
Right.
So we spread them out throughout the festival and just make sure that we have a good mix of food. Nothing is duplicated too much.
Okay.
And just give something for everyone, vegetarian, non-vegetarian,
Oh,
stuff
nice.
for kids.
Okay.
Healthy things, fried things,
Non-healthy things.
Non-healthy things, but just the whole gamut of food.
Funnel cakes?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Just checking. That's my favorite. Now,
and kettle corn.
Oh, good. That's good. Last year was your 25th anniversary, which was huge. I saw a lot of silver wine and beer glasses to commemorate the 25th anniversary, which was a lot of fun. And then you also had Kid City, who had their own Kid Mayor and Kid City Council members. And a couple of, I guess what I'm trying to say, what is new for this year? I mean, what are you trying to have a theme about this year?
Okay, we're going to continue on with some things that we've started in the past because we think there's room for improvement.
Oh, that's good.
Kid City is one of them.
Okay.
Kid City will be there. It will continue. We're continuing to work with the YMCA to produce that. It's a reflection of a lot of the YMCA values and their mission. So there'll be a lot of sports activities. There'll be arts and hands-on arts and craft activities.
Which was a hit.
Which was a hit. Again, we have a Kid City Mayor. And that Kid City Mayor last year not only presided over the festival, the Kid City at the festival, but also went to the actual city council meetings a couple times to report on the progress of Kid City and everything.
Nice.
So they really make the effort to get the Kid City Mayor involved in the government so that they understand really what's going on there.
That's great.
So we're going to continue to work on that and build Kid City and make that into something that the whole family can enjoy. We learned some lessons last year, so it's going to be really great this year. I'm really excited about the direction that's taken. We're continuing with our Go Green, I guess, mission that we have. And, of course, we'll be doing a lot of recycling cardboard, recycling glass, recycling cans, as well as starting to implement a little bit more food waste recycling.
Oh, nice.
So we're kind of easing into it for folks so that they don't get overwhelmed with all the decisions they have to make right away.
Yeah.
So we're really making an effort to have that happen. In addition to that, we've brought in some folks, we're an area called Green Acres.
Okay.
And it's new.
I love the name.
Green Acres. And it's all about different ways to be green.
Okay.
And we're going to have the Southern Alameda Resource folks be there. And with them, they're bringing 511 Rideshare, Enterprise Rideshare,
nice.
AC Transit, BART, all the different ways for public transportation or for ride sharing, so that we can be a little bit more green in our transportation.
Nice.
So they'll all be there. In addition to that, California State Automobile Association will be there with a green car, because they do a lot of green
That's right, they
activities.
do. Okay.
So they'll be there, as well as Clorox and their GreenWorks product.
Okay,
so
great.
GreenWorks is their leading house cleaning green products.
That's great.
So we'll have that there. Something really new to us that folks, I think, are going to enjoy is that we will be accepting credit cards for the first time this year. So,
and actually, isn't that green? Because you're saving a process there.
Well, we are saving a process.
Okay.
And it helps them actually plan a little bit better. We don't have folks running to the ATMs.
Right.
Having to get out of line when they find out we don't accept
Right.
credit cards. And I just think it'll be a lot easier for folks to manage their money at the festival.
That's great.
So I'm excited about that. I think that people really enjoy the opportunity to be able to use a credit card as opposed to having to carry around cash.
Yeah, especially when a lot of people don't carry cash anymore.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Okay, last year you had a new beverage called Margaritas. I thought it was a hit, but are you going to bring that back?
Absolutely.
Or was that, okay, good. So it wasn't just that one year?
No. We're bringing that back again. In fact, I think we're going to introduce a couple more flavors this year. I think we're having mango margaritas. We're talking about strawberry and maybe peach, but I don't know. It's still kind of up for discussion.
Okay.
But definitely the standard margarita will be there, and I'm thinking probably mango and strawberry for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so they'll be there, 4 different locations throughout the festival grounds.
You know, anyone listening to all of your comments, they've got to, or they must have an impression that what a fun job you have, you and the committee. You have to decide on what kind of flavors margaritas, you have to decide on what musical genres, you have to figure out what food items you would prefer to have at the festival. I mean, is it really all fun and games? Or I mean, because I don't think a lot of people understand the hard work it takes to put on an event this size.
No, it is fun. It's creative. It gives us the opportunity to be creative and go out into the community and connect people that we may not otherwise connect, food booths with nonprofits, chamber members with maybe nonprofit organizations, a lot of people that maybe would not have worked together had not been for the festival. So that's really nice. That allows us to be creative, and I enjoy that. But make no mistake, it is a lot of hard work. It's a lot of guessing in some cases.
Right.
It's a lot of guessing, and it's a serious business to us. I mean, this does, as I said, fund the Chamber of Commerce, and it allows us the freedom to go out and spend the rest of the year doing chamber work and really being the advocate for the business industry and business community. So we do take it very seriously.
Yeah, I can only imagine how many glasses to buy every year. That must drive you nuts. It's like, who's going to come?
Yeah.
It's like, I hope they come. We bought the glasses.
It is a guessing game sometimes.
Yeah, I bet. Because the economy is in the dumps right now, as we all know, but you don't seem to have a problem with sponsorship, which I think is commendable to your efforts, because that's just a huge level of accomplishments for a lot of people. What's the feeling behind their sponsors who are coming back saying we've got to do the festival, even though the economy is not the greatest level of?
Right. Well, we're real blessed with our sponsors. And we have this event that has been proven year after year. It's 26 years. It's a proven event.
Okay.
All of our sponsors tell us that they walk away with more leads and more business than they know what to do with. In addition to that, they actually, having a physical presence at the festival instead of just having their name on a banner or on a sign, it gives them the opportunity to interact with the community and to give them a positive experience with their company. So they can give out samples, they can do games, they can do whatever it is they choose to do in their booth. And it really has a better effect than just putting their name on a banner. And that's what I think a lot of our sponsors like, is really the opportunity to interact with the community. This year we have a number of really good sponsors. Of course, the City of Fremont has always been a big supporter of the festival, and they'll be back again. 76, which is a lot of people know as Union 76, the gas company.
Oh,
they're going to have a jumbotron out there, and they're going to do the gas for life game, where you'll see like a spinning like a.
The one we see on the TV commercials?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be out there. A lot of opportunity for the community to win prizes there. Custom Exteriors will be back again. They have been a long-time supporter of the festival, and have been able to get a lot of leads from there and a lot of business. Blue Chip Foods again is back. Comcast, you'll be seeing our commercials on Comcast, and they're there talking about all the different programs and services that they offer. I talked about Greenworks already. They're going to be there. Cal State Auto Association will be there. T-Mobile will be there, and they're going to have a big kiosk where they're going to do mobile makeovers, so you can enter your habits as
with Catherine Zeta-Jones? No.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that.
Okay, sure the guys would.
Right. But you're going to be able to enter all the information about how you use your mobile phone, and it'll tell you what service is most cost-effective for you.
Excellent.
So if it works out to be T-Mobile is better, then so be it. If it turns out not, then they'll tell you that as well.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so it's the whole mobile makeover.
That's great.
NBC 11, of course, has been a big supporter for a long time, and they'll be there. The Bay Area News Group, which is the Argus and the Fremont Bulletin, they'll be with us, as well as the Fremont Automa. They're going to be showing off a lot of their new automobiles for 2000. I'm not sure about 2010. Certainly 2009 will be there. They may have a few 2010s. It just depends on what comes in time.
Okay.
And of course, we have a lot of local support. Allied Waste will be there. Greenstein, Rogoff, Olson and Company. They're going to be there to support the Joyce Toomey Memorial Wine Garden, which we can talk about in a minute. And the Fremont Marriott has always been a big local supporter.
So even though the economy is not the greatest, these sponsors still see the benefit in the visibility at the festival.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. Organizations come back year after year, and many of these have been here year after year.
That's nice. That's really great. Now, you brought up the wine garden, because that's probably one of my favorite places to hide.
Right.
It's the oasis of the festival in my eyes, because you know, sometimes the festival grounds get so hot, so crowded, and sometimes it's just nice to get away from it for just a few minutes. But can you tell someone who's never heard of the wine garden what that's all about?
Right. The wine garden is an area of the festival that, like you said, is the oasis. It's quiet, it's tented, it's shady. For a $50 ticket, you get parking, preferred parking.
Oh, that's nice.
Right smack dab in the middle of the festival. So for $50, that's worth it right there.
Right.
If those of you who have driven there, you know that. And then there's a buffet that is available from 12 to 4 each day. So folks have access to the buffet. And there's,
all day long?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, in and out privileges.
Yeah, in and out whenever they want to. So they can shop for a while, come back in, eat, drink, go back out.
Nice.
Whenever. There's premium wine tasting, which is wine that's not available outside on the regular festival grounds. And then folks from the wineries that bring the wine with them will talk about wine and pairing it with food and different things. And then they have their own little entertainment there as well. So
that's great.
That's great. But this year, it's a little bit different. We have changed the name to the Joyce Toomey Memorial Wine Garden. And for those folks who don't know who Joyce Toomey is, she was a very special volunteer. She was not only on our board of directors, she was an ambassador, she was in connection clubs with the chamber, but her love and pride and joy was the wine garden, and she was in charge of it every year. And unfortunately, we lost Joyce to her battle to cancer a year ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In fact, 2 days after the festival, her last outing was the Festival of the Arts.
Wow.
She joined us 2 days before she passed away. So in order to pay tribute to her and all the work she did and what her real love was, we have named this wine garden the Joyce Toomey Memorial Wine Garden, and it's sponsored by her employer, which is Greenstein, Rogoff, Olson Company. And they are matching dollar-for-dollar ticket sales up to $7,500 in her memory. So it's a very special wine garden. We're going to do a little bit of a tribute to her. There'll be information about her experience with the wine garden and things in there. Her family will be there because they have themselves, not only did Joyce volunteer, but Joyce would recruit her entire family to be in the wine garden as well. So that will be there. So it'll be a little bittersweet in some ways, but certainly a fitting tribute to Joyce and all of her work that she did.
And still enjoyable and fun.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's great. I love it because it is a white tablecloth catered event, and you're out of the crowd and the heat for just a few minutes or however long you want to stay there.
Right.
Yeah, but I didn't know about that in and out privilege. I love that. Didn't know that.
No, because you're going to need a little bit of a rest in between all that shopping. There's a lot of shopping out there at the festival grounds.
Now, how are you, because you know, you won the title, or you earned the title of being, you know, the biggest street fair this side of the Mississippi. I mentioned 2,000 volunteers. How do you coordinate all these people?
All the volunteers?
I mean, 2,000 people, that's an incredible amount of people to work with.
Right. Well, we have this special person on our staff who's in charge of managing the volunteers.
Okay, so that's the sole job that she does for the festival?
Right.
Okay.
And she just coordinates her activities. She has charts in her office that she writes in who's going to be where and what they're going to do. And it's a lot of work, but she manages to organize everyone and get them mobile and mobilize them when we need them. And
okay. So if someone is interested in volunteering, can they just call the chamber? Or
they can call the chamber and say, I'm interested in volunteering. If you have a specific area in mind that you want to volunteer in, you need to tell us that. We'll try to accommodate that. Sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. But
yeah, because I'm sure some of your positions are already filled.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And then there's also opportunities to volunteer at the chamber getting ready for the festival, doing festival work prior to working at the festival itself.
Can you say the chamber's phone number just in case?
It's 510-795-2244, and you want extension 103.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, the other thing that I think a lot of people still find amazing, even after 26 years of doing this, you know, Friday afternoon you're going to lunch and you see nothing on the streets, and at 4 o'clock on the streets on Friday afternoon you still see nothing on the streets. And then, you know, Saturday morning everyone wakes up and there's a festival. How do you erect this so effortlessly, if I can speak, so easily?
You know, when I started 10 years ago, my first festival was 10 years ago, because this will be my 10. They said to me, it's like a mushroom. When it gets dark, it just grows. And I always thought, oh, come on, that can't be right. But it is. It's amazing that the streets close at 7, and you just have all these companies and organizations and volunteers converging on it, setting up the booths that go up, and the chairs and the tables, and it grows. And usually by 1 o'clock in the morning, we're done setting up. And
so when you close the streets, that means you're working with the city of Fremont, with all their different departments, and then you've got all these volunteers. You're constantly juggling things around.
Right, and then we've got the rental companies coming in and bringing the tables and chairs, the stage company coming in, putting up fencing, putting up...
You're directing a play.
Yeah.
A theatrical play.
We're building a city within a city in a very short period of time.
Wow, that's amazing. So how long does it take you to produce an event like this?
We usually start year-round.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as the festival ends, we meet. We go over, you know, what our successes were, things we can improve upon, what worked, what didn't work, and then we just start kind of editing from there and deciding what direction we're going to take for the future. Obviously, I don't know, the mid-May to the festival is when it really gears up and things are happening, and it's all festival all the time. But we start working on it as soon as it ends, and it's constant.
That's incredible.
Yeah, but it's a labor of love. It's a labor of love for all of us, and a lot of folks in the community too.
That's great. Okay, since I have you, I want the insider's viewpoint on what would make it more enjoyable for a festival attendee. When I come to your festival, what are the things I should know?
Yeah, we have do's and don'ts, because there's definitely ways of enjoying the festival and ways not to enjoy the festival. So first of all, you want to come in comfortable shoes, because as I said before, over 4 walking miles.
Wow.
So come in comfortable shoes. Make sure, above all, you have sunscreen, because the sun, even though sometimes it gets cool in Fremont, like with the wind coming through, so it doesn't feel like the sun's beating down on you, it still is beating down on you, and we see folks that are sunburned all the time.
Wow.
Sunscreen, more than once a day, sunscreen. You want to make sure that your kids, if you bring small children with you, you either have them in a stroller or keep them close by you. We do have an area for lost children, but you want to make sure there's a lot of people there and it can be scary. What we said before is bring cash, but now we have credit cards as well. So we accept credit cards. So bring your credit cards, don't leave home without them.
Please don't leave home without
them. Enjoy the food while you're there, because again, it goes back to support the nonprofits. And above all, please do not bring your pets with you. We love pets. We adore pets. But it's hot out there. There's a lot of people. The ground gets very hot. And it's just not the right place for them. They just...
Plus, isn't it a city ordinance?
It's a city ordinance.
So you can get a ticket.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you will get a ticket if you bring a pet with you.
Okay.
It's just not safe for a pet. It's not a safe place for a pet at all.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Right.
One of the other things I want to talk about are all the artisans. I mean, there is a plethora of every kind of art out there. I mean, that's got to be it. I mean, how are you able to do the festival job and not shop all day? Because there's so many wonderful things out there that I would just be sidetracked.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say I didn't shop.
Okay.
Yeah, don't tell the boss.
Okay.
But we do have an enormous amount of artisans, and they use all different kind of mediums to show off their creativity. There's wood carvers, there's furniture, there's painters, there's photography, there's jewelry. And when I say jewelry, it's just not one kind of jewelry. It spans so many different styles and designs and things like that, and so many different styles and designs of photography. It's an incredible place to start your Christmas shopping, to buy something for yourself, to Christmas shop for yourself, birthday presents.
And they're one of a kind.
They're one of a kind. Where
Yeah.
no one, you're not going to run into someone else having that same
Right.
thing. Beautiful pottery, all kinds of different ways. It's all handmade, and we do jury them so that we know that they're handmade. And anyone who brings in something that's not handmade is asked to remove those products from the show.
Oh, good.
So, so it is the perfect place to get one-of-a-kind items, special gift items, things that you know that people will like. So, or if you've got a special place in your home where you want to put a cabinet or something, measure it, make sure you know what you're buying, when you get, or what the dimensions are, so you know what you can buy when you get there.
I think what I love the most is that it's all the artisans there serve every price range.
Absolutely. It goes from the smallest items to very expensive items and everything in between.
That's great. That's great.
Right. So there's something for everyone. That's what we really pride ourselves on. Something for everyone at our festival.
And I like how the chamber also includes its chamber members. You have a special place called Business Alley, and we got a couple minutes left. Can you briefly go over what Business Alley is?
Yeah, I'd love to actually, because this is one of the opportunities that we get to really leverage this festival and make it pay off for our members. We have a section called Business Alley where it's exclusive to chamber members, and they come in and they showcase their products or services, whatever it is they do for a living, and just lets all the audience there know what's in their backyard, what the resources are, and it's all local. So all these things in your backyard that you might not know about because you don't make it around the city as as far and wide as you want to. But all these really wonderful resources, vendors, are right here in our own backyard. It keeps the money in Fremont, and it allows you to stay right within your own community to spend your money.
But that's also a huge, tremendous benefit for your chamber members to gain exposure to the 400,000 people that come. That's incredible.
And can you imagine what that would cost if you placed an ad somewhere?
Yeah.
This is at a fraction of the cost of that.
That's amazing.
So it gives them an audience that they would not have had. So many people have walked away saying they have so many leads they don't even know what to do with them. So
that's a nice problem.
That's a nice problem to have, isn't it?
Yeah.
So people have been very, very successful in it, and they've used it to bolster their business.
That's great.
So it's a great opportunity, and I'm really pleased that as a CEO of the Chamber that I'm able to use the festival to leverage that.
Absolutely.
So I would highly encourage Chamber members to really consider using that.
That's great. Cindy, thank you so much for being on the show. Appreciate it. Good luck with this festival.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we are at the end of another show. I hope it's given you the motivation to become involved with our community. I'd like to give a very special thank you to Cindy and all her efforts for producing a wonderful festival for our community here and showing us how the Festival of the Arts is so important to us. From everyone here at the chat room, your Community Connection, I'm KK Kaneshiro. Thank you for watching.